Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. And today I'm going to talk about the regulators of security token offering in Taiwan. The main reason I want to focus on the regulators is that they are a key character in shaping the systems and supervising the market of STOs. First, I'm going to give an introduction of STOs and the market of STOs. Then, we are going to discuss the current regulations on STOs in Taiwan, the United States, and Singapore, respectively. In the conclusion, we are going to give our suggestions to Taiwan regulators. Okay, first part. What is security tokens? Professor Thomas Lambert defines security tokens, STOs, in his study. A security token is a digital representation of an investment product, recorded on a distributed ledger, subject to regulation under securities laws. There are four things we need to take note. First, digital representation means that STOs are existing in the form of electronic record, like today's shares traded on the stock exchange, which is recorded on a centralized database. Second, STOs represent an investment product, and investment products include a wide range of securities or a group of securities. Third, STOs are recorded on a distributed ledger. A distributed ledger is a database that is connected and synchronized across a network of independent computers. Fourth, in most of the countries, STOs are classified as a kind of securities. Therefore, STOs are often required to subject to securities laws. Okay, let's move on to the second part of the poster, market review overview. Right now, the market cap of STOs is around 13 billion US dollars, and there are roughly 200 STOs. However, because there are many different STO definitions, it is very difficult to estimate the real count of STOs. In Professor Lambert's study, until 2019, he estimated there are around 124 STOs. We can see on the graph the first bar chart. The bar chart shows that the United States had most STOs with 36, followed by Cayman Islands, the UK, and Switzerland. And then the pie chart shows the economic purpose distribution of the 124 STOs. Most STOs are equity, followed by income share and fund. And here, income share means preferred shares. So just to let you know. Okay, so let's start to introduce the STO in Taiwan. Taiwan currently has no STO. Why? It is because the cost of issuing a security token and unreasonable limitations on financing capital and investors make potential participants hold back, leading to the awkward situation. Right now, Financial Supervisory Commission, FSC, is the main regulator, and because in Taiwan, STOs are subject to Securities and Exchange Act, Taipei Exchange will provide advices on regulations when needed. Okay, let's move on to the fourth part, STO in the United States. Like Taiwan, the United States defines securities tokens as a kind of security. Therefore, security tokens are all subject to existing securities laws, specifically the Securities Act of 1933. There are no specific regulations implemented just for security tokens in the United States. However, the reason why the United States is the largest STO country is that SEC, just like FSC in Taiwan, is the largest STO. SEC has legislated 3 different regulations, including Regulation A, Regulation Crowdfunding, and Regulation D. And SEC allow the public to choose which regulations to follow according to specific needs. And let's look to the fifth part, STO in Singapore. I further bring Singapore to discussion because Singapore is the most successful Asian countries of STOs. The relevant regulator is Monetary Authority of Singapore, and STOs in Singapore are subject to a Guide to Digital Tokens Offerings and Securities and Futures Act. The following are the relevant requirements in Singapore. So the bottom part of the STO in Singapore, like it just illustrates like the issuer or the investors or the platform requirements and regulations on STO. Okay, let's move on to the conclusion. Taken together, the study indicates that Taiwan and Singapore regulators hold a more conservative attitude than the United States regulator. However, despite holding a conservative stance, Singapore officials handle each case using case-by-case supervision and does not restrict much on platform operators, which facilitates the development of STOs. So in my view, Taiwan regulators need to take actions on three aspects, which is regulations, system, and policy. First, regulations-wise, the FSC should come up with a better solution for investors' regulation, because right now it is very hard for investors to be qualified as professional investors. Maybe it is better to loosen the qualification standard, but add a cap on the amount that can be invested. Moreover, platform-wise, the FSC should loosen the limitation on the amount of STOs a platform can list per year. Right now, a platform can only list 2 STOs in a year. It is just so obnoxious that the platform operators invest tons of money on development and maintenance costs, and they can only list 2 STOs. System and policy-wise, right now, the overall problem in Taiwan is that although there are companies that have enough blockchain technology and there are enough securities brokers in Taiwan, blockchain companies cannot trade securities because they don't have license, and securities brokers don't have blockchain technology to support the operation of the platform. Therefore, I recommend FSC to facilitate cooperation between blockchain companies and security brokers to make up for the deficiencies of the two parties. So the overall is my poster presentation. Thank you.
Right. So thank you very much. Yeah, I think so. I think here Alan demonstrated very good time management. I think he made a very clear case for the STOs. So if it's the first time for you to know about the concept, I think you will have no difficulty understanding Alan's major argument here. So again, I would like to invite any questions or comments. So now feel free to speak. You can just turn on the mic and speak.
Hello, Alan. I'm Justin.
Yes, please.
I saw a news and that Warren Buffett is against of STO, and I'm wondering how will you respond to him?
Respond to him?
Yes. And how will you convince him that STO is a trend?
I want to answer this question by restating why STO has advantages over normal shares of a company. The very special point is that STO is, like I said, is listed on the transactions is recorded on the distributed ledger. And so the nature of distributed ledger is that it is the network of many independent computers. So it is less prone to cyber attacks and fraud. So I think this characteristics is the main point why people want to adopt STO over the normal method like normal shares of the companies. So hope I answer your questions.
Okay, thank you. It's a very clear presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I think it's a very important question. Okay, I would like to maybe follow up on the question here. I think so. Because Alan, you talk about the security, right, of the STO. But I wonder. I mean, when we buy or when we try to transact the traditional securities, I guess we don't need to worry too much about security issues as well, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, so why is security a certain advantage enjoyed by the STO? Because I think maybe security doesn't seem to be most investors' concern when they hold or when they transact securities.
I think one advantage is that one goal of the STO is to STO can cut a piece of security into various sections. So if I want to list like a debt, originally we need to originally the debt, the face amount of the debt is just so large, right? And some people don't want, just can't afford like such a large face amount investment products. So if I today introduce the STO, I can like cut the overall face value to small fractions, and so this can just like facilitate the transactions among various investors. However, today the regulations don't allow this kind of thing, but I think in the future it has great prospect.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think, thank you for the answer. I think you really clarified the whole idea. Good. So, do you have any other question or comment? Anything you'd like to also maybe share with us? So, feel free to speak. You can also make comments on the presentation, or you can make comments on the maybe argument or the concept proposed by Alan here. Okay, if not, let's give Alan a really big hand. So thank you very much. Right, I think I'm glad to say I think we have a great